It's your boy, famous on TV. Plug to the streets, man. When you trying to get your shit in the streets, need you to come holler at me. Who I got in the building with me?
Angelica Ross from Qtique Perfections, located in Jackson, Tennessee.
Real tall, you straight out of the jack with it.
Yeah.
Is that where you originally from?
I'm originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay. What got you down in Jackson?
Family. My mom and dad is from this area.
Okay. So usually I'm interviewing rappers and singers and people who do music. Do you do music?
I don't do music, but I got a passion for it.
Okay. What do you do?
So basically I have several things that I kind of do. I have a cleaning service, which I do commercial cleaning. I've been doing that since 2014. I have a home health facility that I run, which is third shift at night. But what I love to do is I have a business which is called Qtique Perfections. I'm a glam girl. So what I do is I cater to weddings, anniversaries, party events, just, you know, whatever, photo shoots, video shoots. You know, when you're ready to get your teeth whitening or you want to get your real diamond, I'm your girl.
So you can put diamonds in people's teeth?
Yes.
Okay, rappers be wanting that. Like, so do you reach out to like rappers? Like, what most people that hit you up for like things like that?
Most people that I do right now is my video shoots. People that's getting ready to do video shoots, they come to me for the teeth whitening and the diamond. You get 18 karat gold, or you get a real 22K, or you get a real Swarovski gem, which is what I have and what I wear.
Okay. So like, do people just reach out and have to book it? Like, how do the
So
process
basically
work?
what you do is you'll go to my website. I have 3 social media pages. One of my social media pages is Instagram. You can find me on there. It's Qtique Perfections. You can also find me on TikTok, which is Qtique Perfections. And you can also find me on Facebook, which is Qtique Gymnast, Gmist. You can go on there. You can look at a lot of my items. I have a lot of samples on there. I have a lot of different pictures on there, before and after pictures. I have very good reviews. So if you want to book, you can always book through any of those social media sites. There's a number presence there too.
Okay, so like the process of a teeth whitening, like what's the process? Do they gotta like put some in their mouth or keep some in their mouth? Or is it like a one-day process to get clean?
So basically what you want to do is, I'm not a dentist. I tell anybody that comes to me is that I'm not a dentist. I am certified and I am licensed. What I do is I get you ready for that last minute photo. Just like the lash person do, just like the nail person do, just like when you go get suited and booted for a suit. It's the instant moment, just like the selfie do. So what I do is, whether you a female or you a male, I get you on beam for that video, for that picture, for that moment.
Real talk. So like putting the diamonds in your teeth, things like that. Is a last minute thing too? Like
yes, mine lasts up to a year. Okay. Like I said, I'm not a dentist, but I do have a little story when it comes to the teeth. I'm very on it when it comes to the teeth. What I normally do is, if you come to me and get my services and you have that gem on within a year's time, I always reach out to my clients. I say, hey, within 6 months, come in. Let me get that tooth clean. Let me take it off. Let me polish it. Because people don't realize that just because you use Colgate don't mean that you got shiny teeth. You know, there's a process to everything that you do, you know. The Colgate get that sensitivity. They get the germs. It gets the bacteria. But what we don't have is a shine. And that's where I come into place. So what I do is I remove that tooth gem, I shine that teeth, I buff that teeth, I clean your diamond, and I replace it right back on your teeth.
Real talk. How long you been doing this?
I've been doing this a year now.
Things been going good?
It has. I have loyal customers. I try to have loyal and trustworthy customers. I'm a very on-time, well-rounded person, and I think that's kind of what my customers like.
So like, do people have to come to you and get it done? I know you down in Memphis right now. I'm like, do you travel and do it?
I'm a last minute, last moment person. When I tell you I am mobile, I can come to you. I have days that I do glam days, which is on Tuesday. You can come to my office. If you're from out of town, I do discounts. Because one thing about it I have to realize is that my customers is coming to service me. So I want to make sure that my customers are happy with whatever service that I'm giving them. And not only that, I'm giving them a fair discount.
So you clean their teeth in their carpet?
Yes. Yes.
So what's up with the carpet, the cleaning business?
The cleaning business, so basically, everybody has a story behind why they do and what they do. You know, I don't want to seem like I'm in 2 or 3 different things. Because after a while, you'll start getting lost in business. You have too many different visions coming to you at one time. So basically, I had a child. I was going to school for nursing. I've always did nursing all my life, and I just so happened to have a child, my son, that had a few difficulties, food difficulties, things like that. And I said, I gotta come up with a plan. Every time I would go to school and class, my son would get sick. Every time I got home, my son would get sick. Every time I go to the doctor, they would turn me back around. Every time I was on the on-call nurse, they would turn me back around. It just got to a point where I wasn't able to hold anything. I wasn't able to basically to provide like I wanted to provide, because I had my child that, you know, that needed me at the moment in time because of his sickness. So I said, okay, I got to find something to do that was very easy, where I could work around his time, but at the same time be able to provide for my family and make the money that I needed. So I figured I'd go back to square one, which we was taught. Everybody know how to clean. You know, summertime come, you got them mattresses out there, you got them walls you cleaning, you know, you got that kitchen and bathroom you break it down. Why I can't do that? Same thing. You know, I was born with a skill. So I realized that. So I took that and I just started running with it. I figured, I said, well, one thing I do have, I can talk. I always thought that a gift of gab was something really, really wrong. Because people always said when you got a gift of gab, man, like it was like you talk too much, or it was this, or it was that. But really a gift of gab is nothing but just a blessing. So I just got a piece of paper one day and I wrote it down. And I told myself, I'm finna go to Kroger's. I'm finna go get me a realtor book. I'm finna go get me a commercial cleaning book. And I'm finna call everybody on that book. I didn't care if they said no or yes. If I had 2 people, that was better than nothing. You know what I mean? So I got that book one day, and believe it or not, I called 100 realtors and 7 people said yeah. It's real. When them 7 people said yeah, one of those people was the one that took my hand. 100 people, 7 people, 1 person took my hand, taught me the game, taught me how to do bids, taught me how to not underbeat myself, taught me what the square footages was, taught me everything, and I took it and ran with it. That's what I did. I was a student before anything. I was willing to get a pencil and a paper and get it at somebody's desk and basically realize that I didn't know everything. I had a contract that came up. My first contract was $32,000. Cleaning. When the guys came against me, they had everything. They were licensed. They had a box truck. They had all the equipment. And she can tell you the same thing. All I had was my word. I knew a plumber. I knew an electrician. I knew a painter. I knew a flow man. See, it wasn't about what they had. It was about who can get the job done at this price. And so basically I got the contract. It was an old historical house. I finished that historical house and I put a crew together. And at that time I realized that I could do more than what I thought. And I was still maintaining, cooking his foods by scratch, reading books trying to figure out how to do organic foods. I was doing all of these things by myself while I was creating a job by myself.
So that's the story behind you.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you came up, like, even now you got the story of coming up about cleaning, you know, things like that. You got into teeth whitening. Do that take you know what I'm saying, away from time of cleaning and getting, you know?
It's called a structure. I got a cousin that lives in Atlanta, Georgia. His name is Cedric Muse. He's always been ahead. I went to welding school too. I graduated from welding. When I graduated from welding, that's when the sickness came on my son, and I had to take a whole detour.
Okay.
See, life is a detour. You got to have the strength to detour. Because see, even when you're on this path here, and you was doing that for one time, it doesn't mean that it was always meant for you to be like that 6-7 years. It was just for that moment to get you around that corner.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But around that corner was a whole other map for you to pick up. So what I had to realize is that at 18 years old, the clinic took me where I had to go to give me my structure. So then when I picked up, my next thing was home health. Believe it or not.
Okay.
It was home health.
So before the teeth clinic?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was home health. And I had a passion for taking care of people. It was naturally taking care of my grandmama, taking care of my uncle. But taking care of somebody people don't realize that sitting is just like a job, just like a person is going to school with a degree. There's nothing different. And when I tell somebody that, and what I mean by when I say that is that we all look at things differently when it comes to jobs and things like that. But when I started home health, there was another door that was open. I knew it was for me. just like the cleaning was. I had to find another plan. Even though I was afloat on the cleaning, I had to find another plan because here it is. This money is rolling here with the home health. Do I get rid of home health because of cleaning? No, you don't. You find a way to structure home health around the cleaning. So cleaning was basically evening time because if I did commercial cleaning, then a lot of times you go in after 5 o'clock. Am I right or wrong?
Everybody go.
Exactly. So I've already structured an evening job for myself. So now we right here with home health. Everybody here home health need daytime services. Oh, I got you. So that means you need 24-hour care. I know a lady over here that need 24-hour care. Oh, so you need what, 8 to 3? I can fix that for you. It wasn't about me doing the job. It's about me being able to give them what they needed. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I made home health work because I didn't have to be presently there. All I had to do was give them what they needed. That was it. Yeah, you make people work for you. You make your money work for you. Once you learn the game and you put your foot out there, not saying that you're not going to work, because you got to get in it to know it. You know, you can't sit there on the sideline and try to guide somebody and tell them what to do. That ain't going to work. You're going to lose all your team players. But if you up in it with them and you're fighting with a team and you feeding them, after a while they're going to go on their own like sheep. You feel what I'm saying? All you is just the wolf. You feel what I'm saying? And the brains, that's it.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And you got an inspiring story. Like, do you do motivational speech? Do you try to encourage
I just
people
started 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Has somebody told you that before?
No. It was the gift of God. I was young, didn't know it. You know, my biggest thing is if it was anything, I would go back and understand things a lot more. Understanding can get you a lot of places in the world.
I like that story. You know, I ain't gonna hold you up. I know you gotta get back to blowing things, but what's your whole purpose of, you know, you being an entrepreneur? You guys say an entrepreneur? Yeah. Okay. Like, what's your whole message or whole aspect of being an entrepreneur? Like, what you know, what advice you got for other entrepreneurs and things like that?
Fear. Don't be scared. That's the same thing, man. Fear and don't be scared. If I could tell anybody as an entrepreneur, 15 years ago, you said you're an entrepreneur, you was ashamed. Because you had lawyers, doctors, you had everybody around you, the careers was just so much bigger. Entrepreneur is just as big as that platform too. You put in just as much work as they do. You get what I'm saying? But the only thing about it, yours is footwork. Theirs is books. That footwork ain't no joke. That's all I'm going to tell you is when you become an entrepreneur, you got to realize that you got to try it. And just because that trial lasts a short season don't mean you ain't going to pick it back up again. I'm a woman, and I'm just going to say this right here. I have to walk in men's shoes so much to a point where I have to prove myself. Proving myself is nothing because as an entrepreneur, you got to prove yourself sometimes. You got to tell people and show people who you are because if not, they'll look at you and be like, man, that man good looking with glasses on, this, and that. But they ain't got an idea that you got a whole structure behind you. That, you know, you got a hunger inside of you that can't no man feel. You know, that hunger is something that you wake up to and can't go to sleep every day, man. It's like a honey. I'm serious, man. You got to eat. That's what I'm saying. And I'm going to say this right here. Don't let fear be your blocking stone because fear was in the book when we came into earth. That's all I'm going to tell you like this right here. Find your fear. And when people talk about fear, ask them, what do you mean? Anybody can give you something and not give you an example of it. And what I mean by when I say fear, I go back to what I just said. When you got that utility bill, you made it happen, didn't you? You didn't know how it was going to work, didn't you? When you got that building, you put that footwork in, but you didn't know how it was going to happen, did you? When you got that child that was disobedient, you didn't know how it was going to happen, but you reconstructed. Everything is a reconstruction. Fear is a reconstruction. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do not be feared. Do not be scared of being an entrepreneur because the entrepreneur is the same thing as these great people that's been here before us. And when I say that is, Martin Luther King was an entrepreneur. You see what I'm saying? We got great leaders that was here before us, man. I can name so many people that were entrepreneurs and didn't have a degree. And I'm not saying that you don't supposed to have a degree because you do, but what I'm saying is this right here. Be willing to fight for what you want because if you don't, ain't nobody gonna fight for you. Ain't nobody gonna hold their ground. Ain't nobody gonna give you a key. It don't happen like that overnight. You got to put in that footwork. You got to get that pen and paper out and be willing to be a student. If you can't be a student, man, you're gonna get an F every time.
Most definitely.